Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I am here. Where are you? Come on in the room. ah, this is your girl, Coco 929. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm one of them. I don't care about people being in here while I talk. That's why it's recorded, right? So information is information, whether you are here or not. So while my house is quiet and I had to go and run some errands, and then I've been in the laboratory today creating. So I wanted to go ahead and come on here again while my house is quiet. So once again, this is Coco 929. Now, as the title says, this is regarding some things that actually happen to African American people. Okay, so let me say this: a lot of times, um, the history of Black people. Let's take Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street has never been duplicated since. Okay, hey 300 has never been duplicated since. And even the richest of the richest that's of other colors have not been able to duplicate Black Wall Street. Okay. Now we all know the outcome of Black Wall Street. We know that the powers that be actually destroyed it. See, when they can't copy it to beat it, they destroy it. Um, so there is a person that I know, and I'm gonna tell about this story, but I also want to go here. A lot of people don't know that the pork that we formerly call Central Park, that's in New York, that blacks actually owned that property. Okay. And this is after slavery. Blacks went there, got that property, had set up housing, and was developing the property when the other people came in and pushed them out by threats of hanging their children, hanging them, killing them, rioting, all of this stuff. Okay. So it trips me out when we are told as a people, first, to get over slavery, second, that we are bums, are thugs, and then third, when we make it and we go against something that they don't like, they try to snatch our wealth. Okay? You don't believe me? All right. Come here, Bill Cosby. Hey, 77777. Hey. Okay, Bill Cosby. Let's just take a look at him. Regardless of how you feel about the acts that he did, let's go back and look at everything positive that the man did. I have an issue with some of the stories that I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, okay? But I do know this. There was information that was leaked long before Bill Cosby got locked up and was charged and stuff like that. So there was information that was leaked that he was interested in NBC. Actually, NBC sought him to buy it. Okay. Now we know how much money Bill Cosby made NBC with the Cosby Show, Different World, stuff like that. Now, he would have been the prime person to buy it since he already had a relationship with the network. However, there is a certain set of wealthy people that actually runs, okay, everything. And I know some of y'all don't believe that, but it's true. No, I'm not talking about no Illuminati, okay? Um, and they didn't want Bill Cosby to have it because think about it. When the Cosby Show came out, that showed African American people in a positive light. He was a doctor, Claire was a lawyer, and they were successful and they had children, okay? And they was rearing their children to be successful. That's a total difference from Good Times. Now, Good Times was good in its place because James was a strong African American man, which is something we don't really see represented anymore. Okay, not on TV, we don't. I'm just keeping it real. Um, so even though Good Times uh, was in the projects, it still had that father figure in the home. And the father figure was a father. He worked as many jobs as he could to make the ends meet. When he walked in, everything straightened up. He had the final say, like that. Okay. So because there's a bigger agenda that's trying to take place, a lot of stuff like that we would never see again. Okay. I'm just going to be honest with you. We will never see again because there's another agenda that's coming in. So I wanted to talk about a story that I'm very familiar with. I actually know some of the family members of this particular situation, and when I begin to tell you this, it's gonna blow your mind. Let me ask the question, and this is no slight to any other race, okay? But right now, I just want to ask my people a question. Why is it that we never want to hold on to any type of property? As soon as, like, okay, Curl's daughter, her mother created Curl's daughter. And then Curl's daughter took it over and sold it. Really? Why is it that we always sell our inheritance? Some say it's because of slavery, because of how we were sold. Some say it's because we don't understand what it means to own something. Like when you own something, that's saying something. You have something to leave to your children's children's children. You understand? So I just want to know. I mean, there's been a whole lot of black companies that have sold their stuff to other people, and we still think, like BET. You don't know how many arguments I have had with people just because they see BET, they still think it's black owned. No, it's not. It's either Viacom. I think it's Viacom that owns it now. Bob, what is his name? The owner, the person that used to own BET sold it. Okay. Sold it about 10, 12 years ago. But they kept the BET brand. They kept the name to keep people fooled. See, if you don't look up stuff and if you don't pay attention, you won't know anything. Okay. So moving forward, I wanted to say if you get a chance to own something, hold on to it. Stop selling your birthright. Stop selling stuff for money. Money will fade away. Let me tell you something. If you buy land will pay for everything that you want. Okay? But most people, thank you 300 Bob Johnson. Yes. So but we can't hold on to it fast enough. And that's why sometimes I sit back and wonder why they are so upset that we're asking for reparations. Because the truth be known, y'all, this is just me talking. And I'm not saying that my views are your views, but my channel, my dime, my time. If they give us reparations, okay, say they come through and say every African American that we can show as a descendant from slavery, which, duh, you know, we're going to give them $100,000 all in one lump sum. We're going to go alphabetically. Wherever your name is, that's when you'll receive your money. Okay. And you get this money. Don't you know about 84% of us will give that money right back because we don't understand money and how to circulate it in our communities. We don't know how to bond together still as a people and build anything. We don't know how to not be crabs in a bucket. We don't know how to encourage one another without being smart aleck or without being shady. You know, like, girl, your wig look good, and as soon as the girl turn her head, be like, $2 wig. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't know how to still not do that. You understand what I'm saying? So they would get their money right back because it would be people still in the hood And the first thing they'll do is go buy some J's. All the J's they can buy, the historical J's, the new J's, the Jordan honey would be a billionaire triple times over. They would go and buy all the jewelry they could buy. They would have brand new this, that, and I'm talking still in the projects. You ain't understanding what I'm saying. They would have Benzes. I mean, that money would go right back to society. So what are they scared of? They're not thinking. So, you know, and I know people don't like it, but it's the truth. About 84% of us African American people, would give their money right back. Right back. There will only be a certain percentage of us that would actually try to do something to have a future, like to invest, buy stock, buy land, buy the rights to the land, because you have to make sure wherever you are that you have the mineral rights to your land, so they can't come and take your land and leave you with a building. You understand? Um, some of us don't know about copywriting. We don't know about any of that. What's so sad is the information is out here to find out, but we don't want to read. We don't want to research. We don't want to do anything. We want somebody to tell us. And then we want somebody to do it for us. So we can sit back and say, this is what I did. No, you did not. Okay? And I know a lot of people say, well, this comes from slavery when they turned us on each other. But how long, y'all, are we going to carry that curse? How long are we going to carry that demon? Make sure y'all share this because this is important. How long are we going to carry that demon around to where we still use slavery as a crutch to why we are not succeeding? Why we can't come together? Why we can't we started civilization, y'all. And I know y'all don't believe that, and that's fine. I'm not here to make you believe anything. We started civilization. That's why our blood, our organs can go into any Asian, any Chinese, any Italian, any white persons. Our blood, our organs can go to any of these races, and it'll function as if it was a part of them all along. But we can't accept anything from them. No organs, none of that. It malfunctions. The only reason why ours fits so well in other races is because it comes from us. Okay? So, that being said, I want to tell you a story. Why did I just hear? Here's a little story about a man named Jet. I'm sorry, y'all. But that's what I heard. So, how many of you remember the bucket that KFC used to have on top of their building that spin around? It used to go real slow on top of the KFC buildings, and that's for Kentucky Fried Chicken. Um, I don't think they have those now anymore, but they used to be a staple for Kentucky Fried Chicken. It had the bucket at the top of the building that would go around. Okay. Um, how many of you ever seen um what is it called? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I was viewing something real quick. I was trying to bring it over. But okay. So how many of you all have ever seen the pressure cooker? Like in okay, we're gonna stick with KFC. You know how KFC put their chicken and stuff in this thing and then they load it down and they take this other thing and lock the chicken in, and that's how they fry and pressure cook their chicken? Or when you go to the hospital and they take the instruments that they've used and they put it in this thing, and it slowly loads down in this water and this steam, and they lock it over. It's like a pressure cooker. It steams and cleans the instruments from surgery to surgery. Okay, that's part of a surgery tech uh, job to do. Okay, to keep track on every gauze, bandage, scalpel, Anything that is used in the OR room, the surgical tech is supposed to make sure that they log it and know where it's at. Okay. And then when it's over, they are the ones to submit the instruments that are used to be sterilized. Okay. You with me so far? If I go too fast, I have a tendency of talking fast. My Indian kicks in. I'm sorry. So now, there is a gentleman, or maybe I should say there was a gentleman. The gentleman's name was Neil Thompson. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Neil Thompson. It's called, the information is called the Thompson Pulse Purge. This is still used in hospitals today, y'all. Kentucky Fried Chicken, you know how it has blown up, and it's still, I think until a couple of years ago, they were still using that bucket that's spent around on the top of the building, okay? And Mr. Neil Thompson is the creator of it. Now I'm gonna let that sit right there. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that, okay? Can y'all guess what color he was? Okay. All right. This man created this device to pressure cook chicken, to pressure cook instruments in the hospital. He created the bucket that spinned around on the top of KFC. Black man. And as of today, 2020, July, he has not been paid for it. Now let that sink in. This man created, do you know how many countries and cities KFC is in? And just so I won't get sued, I'm going to say allegedly, even though his nephew can prove it. But I'm going to say allegedly. I talked to his nephew. Okay. I told you I'm going to bring Master P on here. As far as I know, I got all good information back. And it's just a moment when me and Master P can get together and he can come on my stream now that I have StreamYard. So be paying attention to that. But nevertheless, back to what I'm talking about. This black man was the creator of the bucket of the KFC used to have spinning at the top, of the pressure cooker that they still use today to do their chicken. Okay. And also of the pressure cooker, I'm going to call it a pressure cooker, okay? But it's called the Purge or something like that. The hospitals use today, all hospitals. There's not a hospital that doesn't use this machine. That man hasn't been paid. Nobody paid him any money. They stole it from him. They haven't paid him. When you don't pay somebody for something that they did and you use it, that's a theft. So I'm not shocked at what's going on with Nick Cannon. See, I'm tying all this together. I'm not shocked with what's going on with Nick Cannon. I actually thought Nick Cannon was smart enough, though, to own his own stuff, to make sure he owned it lock, stock, and barrel. Okay? But to hear him begging for something he created, it broke my heart. To hear him backpedal on his beliefs in such a way broke my heart. Because to me, when I saw him, I thought he was a very astute businessman to be as young as he is. Now, I did think he blew his money sometime on something stupid like $200,000 diamond shoes. For what? For why? As my granddaughter says, for why? You know, so I mean, I don't understand that, but that's his money to blow. But now, look at him. See, when you don't go along to get along, they snatch the very thing that you hold so dearly, and they make sure you don't own it. What you gonna do about it? You don't own it. We ain't got to give you nothing. Y'all see what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about, y'all. That's it. So, why is it that when it comes to business, we trust everybody? And then they end up with the short end of the stick. Can you explain that? Think about how many young people actually looked up to Nick Cannon. Think about all them people that's employed up under him, the wilding out people. And they have been branching out trying to do other things, the 85 South show and all this and stuff. You know, DC Young Fly does like two or three things. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing and it's a curse because now they get to see if I don't walk the way people want me to walk, then I'll to be gone tomorrow. And it should make them be more of a business person. Like, okay, when it's time for contract negotiation again, I'm gonna have to put some clauses in here. But what about us? Why is it that when we get something, we rather sell it for the money just to say we got money than to hold on to it? And this one thing I'm gonna say. I know people are gonna get mad about this, but I don't care. I always hear, like I said, I travel the streets and I support who I support. I look at people, but there's only a certain amount of people that I support on YouTube, period. Like, I know people in the food section, of course, Beloved. I love how her and Nate is. And that's a black couple that I'm watching. Okay. And even my husband like it couple. So, that's something that we watch together. Me and my husband like Tamala Man and David Man, the Mans. We watch them. We've been watching them. So I'm all over the sector. I'm in the church section. I'm in food section, mukbang section, business section, uh, medical section. I'm all over the place. So, I'm over here. I come to the beef section to laugh, to see what's going on, and all this and stuff. And sometimes I be wondering, is it me? Because, when I'm in some chats, I hear a lot of people say that this content creator that's in Chicago, that she doesn't have a job and she's broke. And I'd be sitting back like, huh? How? I don't get it. Because let me explain something to you. If a person owns property, okay, if they own property and they live in one spot and they're renting something that they own out, how's that being broke? That's a landlord tenant relationship. So if a person is renting out a property that they own and income is coming in, okay, that's income. So whether they go punch a clock or not, they have income coming in. I don't get it. So I'm like, well, maybe I'm missing it. So I've been telling people to explain it to me. I mean, I don't get it. People be saying, get a job, get a job, get a job. If the person is a landlord, they get a job. Okay. Maybe it's me. And, sometimes I'm on the slow bus and I get it. I'm on the short, slow bus. So please explain it to me. Because that's the American dream. Basically, to have you some property that you own and you can rent it to somebody else and make an income where you don't have to punch a clock. So I'm not understanding. And I'm not on her caping for, like, this person don't need me to cape for them. They fight very well by themselves. It's just something, or Senor Hall used to say, things that make you go, And that's something that makes me go, I don't get it. But maybe it's not meant for me to get because, like I said, I visit everywhere. And in the business section, there's a whole lot of people over there that don't punch a clock, but they own property that they rent out. and that's their income. Anything else they get is a surplus. So imagine my surprise when I listen over here in the so-called beef sector, and I heard that means you're broke. Okay, moving forward. Hey, Danja. So I'm just, like I said, as far as us as a people, we really need to get some books, and we really need to change our stinking thinking. We really need to get it together, because in this administration that we have right now, they don't care nothing about you. Nothing. They don't care whether you eat. They don't care where you sleep. Okay? They don't care anything about how many times do people have to show you they're not for you and they don't care about you before you get the fact. Well, damn. Excuse my French, y'all, but they don't care nothing about me. That's why we need to take ourselves in our own hands. We need to get a plan together, individually as well as those that you can yoke up with that has business minds like yourself. Now, I'm gonna tell you, it's just like the Harriet Tubman movie. Not everybody gonna want to finish the course, and not everybody should go with you. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Not everybody's gonna want to finish the course, and not everybody's gonna want to go with you, because not everybody is on the same mentality as you are. Some people want everybody to do everything for them and then sit back and gloat about what they've done when you've actually did nothing. No, if we're gonna invest in this, we both gonna do the investigation. If I'm good with research and you good with numbers, we're gonna come together. I'm gonna show you my research. You're gonna show me where we are number wise, and we're gonna get this thing going. But I'm not gonna do the research and look at the numbers and do the data and all this, and have the land excavated. And are you serious? For why? They don't make a dog's bit of sense. You know, I could care less about who got Fendi, Wendy, Bendy, whatever you got. Name brand this, name brand that. Because guess what? It's making them rich. It ain't putting nothing in my pocket. So I don't care what you buy. I've never been an envious person. I've never been a jealous person. If you got something, what to God be the glory, boo. Go on with your bad self. You know, I don't understand the envy when people get things. Why can't we celebrate each other? If you get your t-shirt line, look at your t-shirt line. Go on now. If I can't fit your t-shirt, QB. If I can't if I can't fit your t-shirt, I will sow a seed, okay? Because I'm all this loveliness and plus size over here, QB. Come on now. Come on now. You gotta get a 1X or 2X or something, bro. Help a sister out, because I really want to support you. I love your t-shirts, But if I can't wear it, I will support you. And I will make sure other people know about it. That's how we have to do each other. It ain't that if he go up, I'm gonna have to crush him and talk about him and put his stuff down so I can make myself feel better. No, it's called self-esteem for a reason. It's your self-esteem. Esteem oneself. Hey, Mr. Debonair. Hey, God is love. Hey, everyone. I'm sorry I didn't see y'all. Hello. Thank you all for coming over here tonight. So I just wanted, to come in and say that this man created that bucket that goes on top of the KFC building that spins. He created that pressure cooker for KFC's business. And the hospitals got it, and they using it for sterilization. Every hospital in the United States, I can't talk about the countries because I don't know. But I know every hospital in the United States has that because of the OSHA guidelines and different things like that. Your water has to be a certain temperature. And when you come from surgery, all that stuff. A black man created that, and they have not paid him nothing. We have to become more business, y'all. We're going to have to become more business-like. If we don't come above now as a people, we're never coming above. Do you understand that? Do you understand what's at stake at this point? I ain't even talking about the election. I ain't talking about the Rona. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about if you don't take your future in your hands right now and flip it and start making wise decisions about the money that you do have coming in and start looking for the future. Like, I don't care if we got 2 years left in this world, whatever. Without the vision, the people perish. That's Bible. What is your vision for yourself? Everybody should have a 6-month goal, a 1-year goal, a 3-year goal, and a 5-year goal. That's how many goals you should have. And if you want more for that, cool. But what is your goals? Do you even have any goals? And maybe yours is not to be rich, and that's fine. But don't you want to be debt free? Don't you want to be able to rest? Like, no matter how they try to cut your hours, your stuff is paid up in full. You owe no one. You know, and whenever you go in business, please be men. And what that means is handle yourself accordingly. You can't sit with a bunch of people. Okay, let me go here with this. We was having a conversation. I'm always talking to business women, you know, and everything because I'm one. And a couple of days ago, I believe it was, I was on a phone call and we was talking business. And you cannot go, even, okay, let me tell you something. I grew up in the projects. I can only use me. I don't want anybody getting mad at me. So let me just talk about me. I grew up in the projects, okay? And I can hold myself, okay? I can hold my own. If you put me in the projects or if you put me in the White House, I know how to talk. I know how to carry myself. I know how to look. I know what forks to use, what plates to use. I know all of that, okay? You cannot take a mentality of a project, how you would hang with your buddies and stuff there, and take it to a business luncheon. And that don't work. Those are two different breeds, two different animals, two different tones. When you with your homies, you can, what's up, dude? Well, hey, guy, what's up? You know, blah, 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 period, period. But when you go into a business meeting and you trying to make these people buy into what you're selling, I'll let you into to the circle to become and get your money in the ground like Thursdays. You can't take that mentality to there. Some of us need to change our verbiage. We need to learn what verbiage to use at what time, what place, and what climate, and with who. You need to be able to listen so you can learn something. You can't go in telling these millionaires, you know, how to do their job, and they millionaires. They got something you want. You want them to believe in you. And some of y'all don't even believe in yourself. You couldn't sit among your peers and tell what your stuff is or why you feel the way you do about a situation without cussing. I can guarantee, I can pinpoint the people who wouldn't be able to sit in a business meeting without talking to some people and cuss words coming out. Are these words like this? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You can't take it to a millionaire meeting. In my 20s, I was blessed to be picked to go meet with a billionaire family from another country. And I had never flew. But because I knew my future was at stake and I knew that this would look good on my resume, this would look good in my bio. And to meet a billionaire? Oh, yeah. I'm going to go to sleep on this plane. I'm going to pray and I'm going to go to sleep. God got me either way. I got on that plane with some more adults, like they were older than me. And I was everybody's baby. So that's what they kept saying. She's the baby. She's the baby. So we went to Washington, D.C. First time I had ever flown. First time I had ever been to Washington, D.C. And I remember coming into Washington, D.C. and we came around the monument, That was so amazing to me to see that in full vision, like in my face. I'm like, wow, I knew I was making history. What I mean to tell y'all is Project Girl, okay? Because I was still living in the projects. Hello. I just wasn't living with my mom. I was in there myself. I had my own spot. And to be picked because of how I held myself in a conversation with some people who were older than me, and I knew somewhat of what I was talking about, they picked me to go. That's saying a lot. Okay. We got to Washington, checked into the hotel and all that and stuff. And they said, well, everything's going to happen tomorrow. We can take y'all to get something to eat. We, meet and greet and all this and stuff if y'all want to meet people. Of course, I wanted all the experience. And so I didn't want to miss anything. But I had gotten sick. But I still pressed my way, y'all. This was an opportunity of a lifetime. I didn't know if I was gonna ever get this again. So sick and all, I'm with her. I'm with the ladies I came with. I'm like, I'm going. They're like, you don't want to lie down? I'm going. So we got dressed. We headed over to this big old convention center like thing that they have in Washington. And let me tell you something about Washington, D.C. I know people want to say it's a white place. That's a lie. Washington, D.C. is the melting pot. It is actually what America was established on. You have all nationalities of people. I mean, you have the Indians with the dot in their forehead. You have white people, black people, Asian. I mean, you have Iraqi. You have the whole melting pot in Washington. So I want to clarify that. Okay, so we get in this building and it's so beautiful, y'all, because again, it wasn't just for blacks. It was for extraordinary women and the women of our future. Can you hear that? Extraordinary women and the women of the future. And I so happen to be blessed to be an extraordinary woman and the woman of the future. Get into it. Okay, so we get there. I mean, beautiful women. Oh my goodness, I'm talking about their spirit and everybody in their own nationality, but everybody was so loving. They had translators and all this and stuff. And, they was telling us what we can expect tomorrow. And this was just the beginning and all this and stuff. And I mean, y'all, this was exciting to me. I'm like, this is something to tell my grandkids, and I didn't even have none at the time, but I was thinking about my future. And then the next day we got up, I was sick as a dog, but I pressed, here you go again. I pressed my way because it was bigger than me. Like a hotel manager said that time when them racist people were saying something to me, he said, it's above me now. That's how I felt. It's above me now. This is bigger than me. So snap out of it. You can always come back and lay down or whatever the case may be, but you got to be in attendance. So I went, y'all, excited. I was excited. I got to meet these Chinese people, and if I'm mispronouncing their race, their culture, I'm sorry. But they are called the Moons, Moons, the Moons. The family of the Moons go back, I mean, so far that their wealth, they can't even trace how long they've been wealthy. That's how far back it goes. And I was able not only to just see them far away, but I was picked. Here we go. Can you say favor? I was picked to come to them face to face, bow, shake their hand. I was able to ask the question. They asked me first my name. Do y'all see how big this is? I know y'all like, okay, and so what are you trying to say? A billionaire asked you your name. How many billionaires you met? I know. So let me just say this. When Five Baby said about Eric Kane, the millionaire at the time, whom she met, and she knew that her life was changing or would change for whatever reason. I identified with that story because I felt the same way. I didn't know what was happening, but I did know that something extraordinary was happening and that I just made history. A little girl from the projects, okay, with kids, not married, standing in front of billionaires, and they want to know my name, and they want to know what I enjoy, and they want to know about me. And I'm asking them questions, and then I get to go sit down. That was, yeah. Anywho, so what I'm saying is, when you have a chance to change your life, you can't take a ghetto mentality into a rich established mentality. You can't do that. You have to learn how to carry yourself. You have to learn what to say and what not to say. You have to learn because everybody can't go with you. You and Pookie them and Boo Boo and Tay Tay and whoever else, I'm just throwing names out there. Y'all cool. Y'all been down since, the sand castle. Y'all was playing in the sand together. Y'all down like two flat tires. That's cool in its proper place. But if Pookie and Tay Tay and Boo Boo and all of them can't change the way they talk and think when I go into this business meeting, then Pookie, Tay Tay, and y'all, I holler at y'all when I come out of this business meeting. This is my future. I got to get with y'all when I come out. We can still hang. Y'all still my boys, but I'm setting myself up. I got to do this. Okay, 300 now. So anyway, y'all, I don't want to keep talking, but I did want to come in when you first of all, in business be men. That's Bible, meaning read your contracts. Read your contracts. If you don't understand what a word is saying, they have Google. Come on in here. They have encyclopedias on Google. If you don't know that, then hire you an attorney. Investing, if you don't want to invest in you, why the hell and cheese would I want to invest in you? Why would I? You don't want to invest in yourself. What gets me is people have a problem paying $100 retainer fee for an attorney, but to go spend $100 in Walmart on nothing. And when all this is gone, you still stuck where you are. Change your mind, change your stinking thinking. Watch your business, because I'm telling you, some of y'all have inventions, and this is prophetic. Y'all may not believe this, but it is what it is. And I ain't trying to convince you. Just to hit whoever's supposed to hit. Some of y'all have been creating things and thinking things, and you just think it's a fly by night. That it's just something that, I just know. That thing keep hitting your spirit because it's meant for you to do it. It's meant for you to say it. It's meant for you to write it. It's meant for you to create it. It's meant for you to do whatever it is that keeps coming up. Whatever it is that wakes you up sometime in the middle of the night because you can't let that thing go. It's meant for you to do that because that is your key. That is what you're put here for, to change the world. You are necessary. And if nobody has ever told you that you're necessary, let me be the first. You're necessary and you're important. Stop sleeping on your dreams. Stop telling everybody your dreams, because I'm telling you, not everybody's happy for you. Not everybody's going to be happy for you. Some people going to get what you're saying and going to tell somebody. Some people only hanging up. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm shifting. I got to go here because I felt it in my spirit. Some of y'all only got people hanging on to y'all in relationships because you're going somewhere. And they want to be there when you get there so they can take their portion. Because they feel like if they keep putting up with you, when you go to the place that you're supposed to be financially, they'll be there. But they ain't who you're supposed to be with. Okay, that was free. Going back to what I'm saying. In business, be men. Make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's. Make sure you don't tell everybody your inventions until it's written and copyrighted and any other thing that you got by law that you can do. Stop selling your birthright. Everything ain't meant to be sold. You're supposed to leave an inheritance for your children's children. You got to have something. Our ancestors fought too hard just to have some land. Think about that. It ain't that they didn't want it. They had it, but the people at B tore it up, destroyed it. We need to flip this thing. We need to flip it, and we need to flip it now. So I told you the story about this man. His nephew, Elmer, owns barber shops. And me and Elmer talk all the time. And I remember about 6 years ago when he told that story. And I asked him, I said, let me ask you a question. Has your uncle's people, his descendants, has anybody gotten any money from these people that took his idea with a promise to pay? And he said, nobody's been paid nothing. My uncle hasn't been paid anything. His people, he said, I think his mother's brother said, ain't none of that money came in. Can you imagine how much money this man would get? Can you imagine what he's worth? Think about it. All the KFCs, all the hospitals use this man's equipment. That's right, Dunja. Girl, I know. I learned that. I learned that the hard way. Trust me. Trust me. I could tell you some stories. I learned that the hard way. And see, some of us, we didn't have people to teach us, but that's no excuse not to know. Because whatever's important to you, you seek it. Whatever's important to you, you make time for. So if a TV show is important to you, you're going to schedule a TV show. You're going to record the TV show. You're going to, whatever it takes with that, you're going to do it. Whatever's important to you, you're going to spend time researching it. If a dude's important to a woman, she's going to find out his social security, where he lived, his mama's name, his daddy's name, how much he weighed at birth, where he worked at. I mean, she going to do her investigating. Do you hear me? Because that man's important to her. So why is it that we give more to that than we do making sure our foundations is stable? And people laugh at me when I tell them I need stability, honesty, and trust. Them are the three things I would not compromise on. If I can't trust you, bye. If you're not stable, see you. And if you're not honest, I really can't mess with you. People like that get you killed. So I ain't gonna stay on here long, y'all. I just wanted to come on and talk about that. It's a crying shame that most of the wealth that we as people have had has been stolen from us because we didn't know any better when it came to contract writing. We didn't know any better when it came to trusting people. My own daddy, wrote a song. The name of the song, and it has since been changed, but the name of the song was Pretty Little Schoolgirl. And my daddy wrote that because of my mother. When he saw her, he called her Pretty Little Schoolgirl, and he wrote a song about her. Well, he had started singing a song, back then in the 50s and stuff, early 50s and stuff, they could do WAP and people would, pick up. Well, he started singing a song and different people liked the song, so they started singing it. Somebody heard the song and recorded it and changed the name. He couldn't prove that it was his song because he never he never wrote it down. It came off the top of his dome. See? And it's a different name now. And it did hit the tracks. It climbed the tracks. But the purpose of it is my daddy could have been making a lot of money. See, sometimes being ignorant of a thing can cost you a lot. And if you don't know something, stick around people who do. Like I always say, if you're the smartest person in your group, you need more people. You need to hang around some more people. Because I don't know everything. So I try my best to hang around people who know. Like I said, my head's off to TC. TC is like, I don't know. She's like my iron police. They say iron sharpens iron. Man, TC is at one for me. Every now and then you bump into people who make you smarter and sharper. And I'm proud to say I have somebody like that around me. Like, I don't know her personally. We never saw each other outside of YouTube. But this woman has checked on me. She calls me. She emails me. You know, she's a walking thing of wealth. Now, don't y'all be trying to tap into my TC now. I need all that for me. I'm sorry. I'm being selfish right now, you know. But I'm just saying, you know, I don't click with everybody. I speak to a whole lot of people. But if I get the vibe that you really ain't fun, you know, that you really don't care, I don't keep pushing myself on you. I bid you adieu, deuces, and roll on. Simple as that. And a lot of people, you keep trying to push yourself upon people, keep trying to put, and they be showing you they don't really want to deal with you, and you keep doing it. And you wonder why it's not working because it's not meant to. See, anything that's meant to happen, it'll fit like a hand in a glove. Like this person to come with what you're missing, and it'll tie in like your fingers. Like you put your fingers in between each finger, it'll tie in like a fist. So, hey, Quiet Star, what's up, girl? Hey, sis, I'm not dealing with you in 300. I ain't, not at all. Yeah, girl, TC is the honey. She's the business. She really is, and she's a sweetheart. That's why I mean, but don't get a mad now, cause hey, yeah, she ain't want to play with. So you know, but I love me some. That's just like okay, Joyce vlogs. I don't wear makeup, but if I did, you know who I would get my teaching from? Joyce. Joyce makeup be off the chain. Do you hear me? I mean transformation. Do you hear me? That girl know what she's doing with some makeup. And I'm quite sure she has other skills. But I'm just saying, I know with that makeup, she ain't no joke. So I ain't gonna go to Boo Boo when I see Joyce over here. I'm like, ain't no comparison. I'm going to Joyce. Why go to the second in command when I can go to the top? You know, it's like Lotus Flower. Lotus Flower, which we call her D. She knows so much. Like I used to teach credit. You know, people had to get their credits together. But it's a lot of stuff that I don't know anymore because either I forgot it, I did not pursue more knowledge on it because I started doing other things. But Lotus Flower, she's about that. That's her job. She's in it. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't look at no bad. I don't have no competition. That's how I look at it. I look at you as my sister or my brother. If you know something I don't know and I need to know it, I don't have a problem telling you I don't know that and submitting myself up under you. Only a fool can't learn. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's yeah, Joyce is beautiful. She really is, you know. So that's me. That's who I am. You know, like I told y'all, when he came to Bama, I was like, you a who? That just blew my mind. I have never met a black uh embalmer. I had never met and she's a female. Blew my mind. Blew my mind. And so I instantly, me and her clicked. Instantly. And I was like, yes, you know, so I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I'm one of them. You know, I gravitate to intelligence. I'm a nerd lover for real. I really am because I'm an undercover nerd myself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Worry about, we ain't gonna go there. But ah, but anyway, y'all, go at your stuff, write your stuff down. I'm telling you, make you a list. Make you a goal list. How you want to see yourself. Even if it's losing weight. Oh, shout out to one and only. She told me, she emailed me, she said that she has been walking and she's down, I think she said 18 to 20 pounds. And shout out to everybody who has contacted me and said I inspired them by my walking videos. And now they begin to walk and lose weight. Thank you all. I love you all. You keep me hyper. I promise you do. You all make me want to do better. You keep that fire lit up under me. And I've been dealing with a muscle pull in my thigh. So I haven't been able to walk. So that's why I haven't did any videos walking, y'all. However, I'm still losing weight. Slow, but I'm losing weight. So, but I thank you guys for just letting me know that I inspired you guys and everything. Also, you all who have read my books, thank you, thank you, thank you for reading my books and leaving me some great reviews. I appreciate it. To Anthony, yes, I I'm working on the third one. I had to stop when they happened to Jasmine, and then I try to go back and start over again. Pick up where I left off, and I just haven't been motivated lately. I really haven't. So hopefully I'll be back in the laboratory writing. Right now, I'm in the laboratory creating. Some of y'all don't know, but I have a scrub business where I make body scrubs and I make hand sanitizer. So, the name of my business is called Redemption. Yep, Redemption. And I'll get into more of that later, but that's what I do. My stuff is different from a whole lot of people's. It's because medically, I know what herbs, what oils and stuff to use for different parts of the body. Okay. Circulation issues, diabetes issues, eczema, things like that. I know how much to use, what to use, and what matches each other. Because you can't just put everything together. So that's the difference between mine and other people's. Okay. So, support your black people. We need our sisters and brothers to support us. So, you know, I'm trying it. This is my passion. I love helping people, and this is just the next step in helping people. So, but anyway, I'm out for here because I know either Bama Girl or Fi Babe or Heidi or somebody will be coming on. And I don't want you all to miss them. But for those of you all who took time out to come over here, I appreciate you all, and I love you guys. If it's anything you need, I told you, just hit my email. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to give y'all a secret. If y'all really need to get in touch with me and y'all don't see me, there's one person who contacts me who has my information, and that's 300. Okay. So if y'all don't see me on here, because like I said, I have been really creating and trying to get these products up and out the way, because I have a big order. Thank God. God is good, y'all. I have an order and I'm trying to get all that together so I can get it shipped and things like that. So if you don't see me, you need me, and I have not responded to you in the email within 24 hours, then if you see him, that's my buddy. It's my YouTube husband, okay? But that's my buddy for real. So if y'all don't see me, tell 300 that y'all need to speak to me or have me call or check my email or something, and he'll make sure I get it. Okay? Danja, love you, girl. You are so faithful to this channel, and I appreciate you, sweetie. Thank you so much for coming over here. I tell you what, email me. Go on, if you can, get my email. Email me. I got a gift for you. You have been the one to show up over here outside of 300. You have been the one to show up over here every time. And even when I did my videos. So I got something for you. So email it. And so I'll be doing some more giveaways too. But give me your email, because I'm going to need your address. If you have a P.O. box, fine, whatever. And I'm going to mail you something, okay? All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Smooches. I love y'all. Y'all have a great evening. And I'll be back on tomorrow with another video. 77777. Hey, boo. You too. And Quiet Storm. I see y'all. And I ain't talking to you 300. I see y'all later.